Thing is, I want everyone to be at their best. I want Takers to bring me their best. I want SC Dons to bring me their best. I want Beatties to bring me. I want them to bring their best. I want to see how good I am because I'm learning. Do you know what I mean?
When I hear you saying at 18 years old, I'm saying I'm too old to play football. Like I get emotional because I've got an emotional connection with football. So because again, football saved my life and gave me direction.
But like, let's be real. Some are not going to be professional footballers. They're
Yeah.
going to have a career. But I feel like they're going to be great men.
Yeah.
Like they're going to do great things.
Now we're talking.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Them man are takers. Them man are takers.
We're finally here.
Popular demand.
Takers talks. The game is the game.
Can't think of a better way to kick it off than
Come on, man. The game is the game, bro. We've been missing, but these conversations need to be had. And what better guest to have? We got the London Cup winners, the George Hardley Cup winners, top of the table. And he
Table
only
toppers.
conceded 3 goals so far.
Table toppers.
The humblest.
The
So
real-
he-
Oh, now you're having a smile. I like that. Oh, now Wendy Joff.
The
What's the
realest.
smile now?
Hey, come on.
Yeah, well,
I'm saying, yo,
you know, these are all facts.
come on, man.
Oh, love, man. Love. Big up Takers, innit?
Nah, man. Big up you guys. We're here. We got Winja and we got El Hibbo, if that's correct.
Correct.
Man, them just introduce yourselves if you don't mind.
Yeah, obviously everyone knows who I am. Where am I looking at this one? Winja, aka No Safety. You know me. Gaffer. Leader. Winner. What more can I say, man?
That's what we talk here, man. All we
Yeah.
talk here is winning. That's what we talk.
You done now. El Hibbo, Lieutenant. You feel me? I am man. Family ties. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're about to. You feel me?
Mad move.
Nah, love it, love it. I can't lie, to start the convo, it's only right to say the first time I ever seen Winja, I was watching You're Fresh. I never knew who he was. And I see him on there, they were doing the ultimate team and everyone chatting about Zach. But he's saying, yo, my goal, my tally's up there. He's saying, yo, I'm saying to my brother, I was with Ghost, I'm saying to Ghost, yo, I don't know why, but this guy's serious. I know his thing's serious. He's saying, yo, next year I'm coming. Next year he came, built Lambeth, won the London Cup. The rest is history, fam. That's mad. And that was like more of a real recognised role. When I'm just seeing that, I'm saying, yo, man, don't even know what this guy's on, who he is, and his thing's looking serious, bro. But you proved the thing as well. You said it on Your Fresh, and you made it come to reality. So I respect that, bro.
No, I love, bro. You know, it's like anyone that does a football team, you know how it can be, man. Highs, lows. Most things crash on you. You know what I mean? When the players win, they start talking about who's wavy, who's this, but no one will see behind the scenes what goes on, you know what I mean? Obviously, my man to my right, he talks to me. You know, me and you have conversations. I know you know a lot about football as well, so... But yeah, man, I'm happy. Like, I just want football to come back, but... Right now, this COVID thing's messing everything up.
It's messing everything up. I feel that.
Right now we're just in the hyperbolic time chamber. You get me?
Yeah.
So you lot are
Just
just
training.
loading, yeah?
Loading.
I know you man are loading as well, car. You look things serious. I don't know what we got a lot of talking points, but obviously I wanna dig deeper into something me and Winja spoke about on the phone.
Listen, I want to ask like it's probably personal, but this is more what I'm about because I don't like to beat around the bush.
Yeah.
Like, what is football? Like, what is it to you? Because I know what it is to me, and I know what it is to most other people. Like, listen, I'm from South.
Okay.
I know what football was for us when we were kids.
Yeah.
I used to go John Doe Primary School, running around North Peckham Estate. Like, football was everything to me.
Ends, man. Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where, so like, when I'm asking you, like, what's football to you? Like, what is it to you?
Football for me is really a representation of my life. It's life.
Mm.
That's what it is for me. Boy, you're saying you want it personal. Football saved my life. Do you get what I mean? I'm a street kid. Lost my dad when I was 14. I wouldn't say I lost my love for football. I more was lost. Didn't know what to do. Didn't know how to act. And that's a time as a teenager you're kind of going up to being a man. So I didn't really have role models. Older lot, they're really showing the younger lot what I would call, I'll call it I don't want to say because it made me who I am today, but it's wrong. But it's made me who I am today. But they showed me a lot of things that now, as I've grown up and understand as a man, it was wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Quick question is like,
Yeah.
see, I feel awkward asking the question to someone else because I know how I would answer it.
Well, innit?
I'm a man that doesn't regret anything,
Yeah.
good or bad, evil, doesn't matter. Don't regret anything because it's all a part of my process to how I've become who and what I am. Do you have any regrets?
You know what? For real, I don't, you know. I don't. Because, like, as funny as it sounds, look what we're doing today. I know everyone in this room has different history, different backgrounds, you know what I mean? But we're here today. We know, probably everyone in this room's got a friend that died. You know what I mean? Condolences. You know what I mean? I just lost my granddad last week.
Big respect for
Do you know what I mean? So he's the only one that kind of tried to shape me when I was a lost ball. But yeah, for me, I had a choice whether to do football or to stick to the gang violence and life I was in. And football, I got back into it through coaching because I think for me what was the change is when my house got raided for firearms and they cuffed my mum, and I had to look at that.
That's an image, isn't it? It's an image.
That you know what I mean? That don't ever leave you. Like, and my mum, she's only shown me sunny pictures. Be the best you could be. She's been a mum and dad. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, I said, this is it, man. And I said to my mum, I'll go do coaching. I don't think I can play football no more. I was about 17, 18. And then went to David Beckham Academy. Got my uncle sorting me out. So he used to do a lot of work in like the Summer League, Brixton Summer League. I know you know about that.
Of course, it pops.
So, yeah. My uncle Wallace used to do a lot of things like that. And then it was like, for me, I was like, I need to get back into football. The first thing he said to me after the match of the day was, well, you got to understand football again. You need to go run. You know how Jamaican is, you got to run, boy.
Yeah, for run, boys.
And then boom, I just flinged on my hoodie. At first I was thinking, I can't run on my ends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
But then it was a thing where I put in my mind, I used to run my ends. I'll say it proudly, I ain't lying to no one. Go do your background. I used to run my ends, so I'm just running my ends again. You know what I mean? So I just flipped on my hoodie, my gloves, everything.
Which is right.
Ran. Only got to about the bottom of the road, like wheezing, you get me? Wheezing. I was like, bro, what's going on? No, it was the game of football. The game of football was trying to show me like, you deserve this. Turn your back to football.
Of course,
Turn your back to your life.
Trade what you love.
You know what I mean? So from there, I just said, you know what, fuck it, man. Surf on my nose, but yeah, you know what, I'm gonna do this every day until I could run through Gypsy Hill to Tulse Hill, Brixton, and obviously you lot probably know about that, down to Summerley and back round, like coming round East Dulwich, Peckham. I was like, you know what I mean? That was mad. And then I was like, yeah, but now I've got the baggy touch. Got the, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm all like, yeah, like what's going on there? Like the youngers are looking at me like, I don't know if he's got this shit.
You
So
can run.
yeah, but for me, I was like, you know what? This is a different type of challenge. This is what people don't understand about football. So I was like, raw. I'm a person, I never give up. As you lot can see, we'll go more into that. But yeah, so from there, I just said to myself, you know what? I'm going to take this seriously. And then I done my coaching badges. As you know, it was annoying, like having to demonstrate, and you know, to the level. But for me, and then even then, I was thinking, these people are dinosaurs, like, you know what I mean? But that helped me. And then I met an England coach, and then I played in a game because players didn't turn up. I was just too heavy, but I could bang a shot off my left, top bins. And he was like, you sure you don't want to play still? And then from there, it was like, I was like, nah, I'm too old, man. 18, you know. I was saying to myself, I'm too old. He was like, you're crazy. You still can get something out of this.
That hurts me, you know. That hurts me.
Yeah, no guidance, bro.
That's the only thing I hear. When you say, when I hear you saying at 18 years old, I'm saying I'm too old to play football. Like, I get emotional because I've got an emotional connection with football. So, because, again, football saved my life and gave me direction. And when I hear someone that's got so much in terms of what's up here and what's in here, and he says, I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't. Don't put, like, this is not for you, but this is for the people that are watching. Don't put limitations on yourself at any point in your life, you know.
And this is what I'm saying. Yeah, I feel like there's a side of football that people don't know about. Like I said, it's not no sub-story thing, but it's no secret. The environment that we come from, the hurdles that we have to overcome, all of us. I think everybody in the hood that kicks ball will pretty much say that football saved their life.
For real.
Yeah?
For real.
So for me, I look at that and like, even what, you know, on this topic and all the rest of it, like I feel like there's a lot that goes on in the game that is overlooked. Like obviously they're highlighting a lot to do with the racism thing right now. But in terms of the demographic of the players that are coming through certain times, I think it gets overlooked, the kind of things that we have to go through on a day-to-day and how that affects us psychologically, how that affects our football. I'm not saying that we should necessarily have some kind of privilege over anybody else, but I think it needs to be taken into consideration that when you are from the hood, there are things that you're going to have to overcome, as Win just said. And it's like, I feel within the game, that's not always looked at or acknowledged in this country. You get a youth that comes from the favelas in Brazil, people take that into consideration. I'm saying over here, it's not too much different in some certain parts, you know what I mean?
For real.
So, yeah, man, like I said, I'm just happy to be able to shed some light on these situations. And
I think this is why this is gonna be, this is the first one, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be history made. I'm telling you, because I can just feel it. I know when it's.
I even don't even want to dodge the same question with you here, bro. Like, what's football to you, bro?
I was
'Cause-
just about to say, I need to hear your story now.
yeah,
Like,
bro,
real
because
life.
we know you got a story as well, obviously. We know, obviously, as much as we know, but I know you was at Chelsea for a while. I think they got you from Arsenal as well.
yeah, from when I was a little youth, man. I was
Yeah.
about 11, 12. Chelsea poached me from Arsenal. You get me? Like, obviously, Arsenal was a bigger club at the time. Like, and for me, as like a sort of 12-year-old, I thought that I had a better opportunity kicking on at Chelsea. Obviously, they was doing a lot for me at the time, you know, like as I said previously, like just picking me up from school, just, you know, taking me out for food, like little perks, nice things, taking me down to Stamford Bridge and that. Like I said, a block boy coming and seeing that, like it's like
the
the
dream,
dream
yeah,
is
the
it's
dream.
here now. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. But I just found that when it got into the professional realms, like in sort of my second year of my scholarship, but like I got pro when I was in school, innit? So I done 1 year scholar into my second year of my pro, and that's when it started to get mad political. Like I'd have a week of training where I'm ripping it up. Everybody knows that I've just showed it, whatever. And you know, so they would have bought somebody, and that is an investment. Now that I've got a better understanding of how business works and all the rest of it, I don't even take it so personally now, because I'm like, yeah, if you have paid 6-7 million for a player, you're gonna want to return in your investment. You know what I mean? But that doesn't help the young boy from the hood who's having to deal with his brethren's dying and being in this mad environment like daily, seeing this as his opportunity to actually crack on, and everybody else in the hood seeing him as the most dedicated one and thinking, right, he can't make it. There ain't no point, man. You understand what I'm trying to say?
It's real life.
And this is why I feel sometimes, I feel like I take responsibility for myself, because, you know, when you are young, your head's a little bit different, but I've always kept my levels of professionalism. And I just feel like within the game, there can be more care taken sometimes when you're dealing with players from a particular demographic. And the more understanding needs to be taken into consideration, because the hood is where the talent is. So if you want the talent, you got to be able to accommodate the talent, do you know what I mean? It's too easy, I feel like, sometimes to label everybody and say everybody has had a bad attitude. That's not true, do you know what I mean?
Of course.
And like I said,
We all know a good eat from the hood.
come on, fam. And psychologically, the things that we have to deal with from a young age, like I said, it's a different level of discipline that you have to implement. So, yeah, man. But like I said, after Chelsea, went Barnsley. That was a great experience for me. I was in the first team there. I was on the bench first couple games when Simon Davies was the manager of the season when it was in the championship. I think it was about 2009, something like that. But then, yeah, bit of misfortune. I had a reserve game at Ellen Road, done my cartilage. I was out for like 8 months, come back. New manager come in, Mark Robbins. He was just like, played a reserve team game against his team, Rotherham, like, and I lifted a couple of their players, and he was watching, and he was on me from then. So when I saw him in the corridor at Barnsley, I was thinking, fuck it, like, I'm pissed now, do you know what I mean? Like, it was the beginning and the end. So from there, I come back to London. But that was a great experience for me, do you know what I mean? Like, took me away from the hood, completely first time stepping out by myself, up north. The people are lovely. Come back to ends, QPR, back in the hood, in and around the madness. Focus on football, but still things going on. So without saying too much, like I said, there was a little situation going on. So there was an opportunity for me to play abroad. So I said, you know what? I feel like God is sending me a sign, like, because you know if you stick around, it's going to be one way or the other. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So went out there. That was a great experience for me. Out in Portugal, played in the 3rd division out there, got promoted to the 2nd division. Went Sweden after that, then just come back to England and just done a non-league thing and that, man. And if I'm being honest, that's kind of like, I wouldn't say that I fully fell out of love with the game, but it's kind of like it got to a point where it was a little bit draining. Like, because, you know, it's non-league is a completely different style to the pro game. And that's not to take anything away from non-league, because there's some serious talent down there, do you know what I mean? But for myself, it's just like, having had the experiences I had, like I said, I did fall out of love with the game majorly. And it's Lambeth that really revived my feelings of like passion for the thing. No, real talk.
What's the reason behind that? Just being with the man, them, the love, the vibes. What really brought your love back?
I'll be real. First and foremost, like I said, I always say, I say it on camera again, Winja and Zach Answer, they're two of my closest people, do you know what I mean? And just the support. Winja said it to me, he said, brother, you got too much talent, bro. Like, you can't just let it not go to waste, but just sit there. Like, yeah, the game, you might feel whatever towards football, but bro, there's still life in it, do you get me? And it's like, for the fact that I'm a Lambeth boy, you get me, I grew up on...
Makes sense.
You get me, a hot block in Lambeth, in the noughties. I said to myself, I feel like I'm representing my borough, innit? Because, as Winja said, without the experiences, as mad as some of them have been, without them, we're not the people we are today.
Facts.
So it's like I said, man, I wear the LA badge with pride. Like I said, Winja, cousin, family locked in. So, yeah, man, all the brothers, man, it's like I just love it because it means something deeper to...
That's some of the deepest messages I get sometimes. Random phone calls. Some of the man them phone me and randomly like, yo, G, I just want to phone you and say thank you and this, that, and tell me something. I'll be baffled like, yo, why did you phone me now? Like, you know, like sometimes I'm thinking, why did this guy just phone me? But when I'm deep in it, it's like, yo, man's really changing lives, but because some of the man them was done with ball, bro. Some of the man them come out of jail. Some of the man them's on their way to jail. A man's really shaping their lives. Like, and it's mad, bro. Even, bro, I'll say that even my hood, I'm the Winja of my hood, bro. Cause man's grabbing all the YGs, all the man them before it's too late, bro. And no one's guiding them. There's no one in the hood guiding them. My elders weren't showing man do these things. You get me? They're showing man the other way. So even now, all my YGs, we don't ever talk about nothing but legit stuff. You get me? If you want a job from me, I'm gonna put you doing something proper, cleaning, something like. Man never had that guidance, bro. You get me? And man seeing the youngers with bare potential and all, I'm saying, yo, this guy. Even we did a session recently. There's like 3, 4, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, bro. Man saying, bro, man have to get these guys where they need to be, bro. Or they're gonna end up, you get me? The man them's age, wasted the talent.
But you know what it is as well, with having you lot around them, like us, I feel like just the guidance. You know what I mean? Like, I know now, even if, like, let's be real, some are not going to be professional footballers. They're going to have a career. But I feel like they're going to be great men. Yeah. Like, they're going to do great things.
Now we're talking.
Do you get what I'm saying? And for me, that's the best feeling, because for me, when I went back into football, it was football or nothing. That's how I saw it. Because I'll tell you, look, I had a decision to make in football, like, and I could have been on my block, and I chose to stay at home because I knew I had to do the coaching to finish off the course. Right at that moment, someone got killed on their estate, and I was supposed to be there. Do you get what I'm saying? And be real to everyone. You know the rules of the road. You don't snitch. No one snitched. And you know they have that thing, joint enterprise.
Yes. Yeah.
Everyone got hit, and the person that done it got the least years. I had to bury my friend's mum.
Fuck.
You see what I'm saying? This is real stuff that people need to know. And I'm happy to put it with real people right now. So I need people to understand in detail how serious this is, what football does for us, bringing us together. I never knew me playing football and taking it to this level, and you lot doing football, taking it to this level, we're sitting around the table.
Come on,
We
talk
could have
about
been
that.
anywhere
Come
else.
on,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So, like, this is really like special. This is special right here, and we need to keep building so the younger lot can see and go, do you know what? I want to do what they're doing.
And man's from different places, bro. You get me?
Yeah.
We're all from different ends. Some man that's from south, we're from northwest. You're from get me? Everyone's from
Yeah.
But that's nothing to do with nothing.
Come on, guys.
Football's just made everyone to be in one room talking real life. You get me?
I think one of the most important things that we can all really agree on is the fact that, yeah, we know that football does unite us. But as we get older, we start to realise the insignificant value to postcodes, to colours, to all of these kinds of things.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these kids, they grow up in the midst of it and they get really strung by it. And they get starstruck by it sometimes. And they don't realise that a lot of it's bullshit. They don't realise that the elders that are putting them on don't care about them. They don't, like, there's so much, I can't even, do you know what I mean? Like, there's levels to it. There's levels to it. But you guys said something and it gave me goosebumps. Gave me real goosebumps. And one of the things that really gets me is we're talking about football and representation. One of the biggest problems I think in football is the biggest demographic of people that are coming with the talent in this sport. And I'm going to say it how it is. I don't mince my words. We know where the talent comes from.
Straight.
It's underrepresented by the coaching. It's underrepresented by the management. So they expect people with our talents, with where we come from, how we look, our upbringings, to go into an environment where there's very little knowledge of who we are, where we come from, very little knowledge of our cultures, and there's a misconception between our culture and what is televised.
Yeah.
You know, so when we go into a changing room and we're hearing Beatles and we're hearing madness and we don't feel at home, we can laugh, but we always look for the common friend. You find the other black guy that's in the corner and you go and chill.
Yeah.
And I would say in my life, one of the most alone moments was probably in a change room, in that kind of environment. When I walked into that change room for the first time. Walked into Charlton change room, first time on trial. I was an under 14. And I walked into the 16 change room and I just looked around the change room. And it's not like today, where today you walk in, there's going to be at least 4 or 5 other brothers in there.
Yeah.
I walked in there, there was one.
Charlton back in the day as well, flipping.
One. That's Charlton, you know.
Yeah. Elton, that back in the
Like, for real.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I walked in and it was crazy to me. It was crazy to me. And I had to go and find a little comfort. I'm sitting there and me and him don't know each other from nowhere. He's from somewhere I don't know. I'm from somewhere he don't know. But we've got that mutual respect. But then when we leave the change room, that mutual respect disappears. And that's something that really hurts me. Because I see a lot of our youth walk past each other in the street. And it's nothing but negativity, nothing but bad vibe. Because I'm from South and you're from North. And he's from East and he's from West. And blah, 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 blah. And I just think to myself, what is it going to take? And I think this is what it's going to take.
Definitely.
And me telling these guys I'm just telling you, if you pre your next man and you're wondering where he's from, no offense to anybody I'm just saying that's on the other side, brother. You gotta sort your thing out. You can't be preying no one, wondering where they're from, and that's weird.
And you know what it is as well, yeah? It's this is what we need to understand, yeah? And I say understand.
I got it straight away.
Yeah? I'm saying there's so much miseducation, so much misdirection, so much misconception within our culture. First and foremost, we need a better understanding of ourselves.
100% knowledge yourself is first.
In terms of man's community setup, I'm like, brother, it's 21. Yeah? No disrespect to nobody that's trying to do their thing or whatever. I'm saying we know who's who, we know what's what. Now ain't the time to be proving none of that sneaky stuff. Yeah, no, it's real. It's real stuff.
For real.
Because I'm saying at the end of the day,
it's no cap.
we all, as well as we know people that we've had to bury, good people, we know people that are doing big sentences. Yeah? And that Old Bailey thing's not a joke. Yeah. So for me, I'm like, look, man, them can keep up the fugazi, you know, that there's social media things here and everybody's on that. Yeah. But a time of realness has come back in. I'm saying, look at the brothers here. We're sitting down reasoning. And I'm saying, whoever watches this, I'm saying it could just be one younger. Because I know where my head has been at certain points in time. And it's only through God's grace, through the ball thing, and through my support network why the Old Bailey thing maybe didn't happen. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I'm saying, in terms of what we're doing now and the messages we're putting out, I'm just saying, look, as you could, whether people know, whether people don't know, man goes off the energy. I can tell this is a room full of real brothers. Yeah? Saying all this foolishness, it's long now. What's there to prove? Who's the baddest? All right, cool, whatever. My uncle done 21 years and come out, shout out Bucky, and he's doing positive things, real positive things. I'm saying, ask him about anything, he'll tell you the truth. So, yeah, man, like I said, it's not no preaching thing, it's none of that, but we've all lived it. As well as doing the ball thing, and that's just the reality. That's not necessarily by choice. So I say, nah, it's like, what message are we putting out there? These young girls, just come on, man.
And you see, even going off that though, even not even to jar the man them listening and that, but even when I'm at football, sometimes like I'll be with that man and that they'll be like, yo, I come football, bro. Sometimes I be coming football fly, I be coming football cool, doing the most, but I never show my outside life. When I come football, I'm the same guy. I show the man them what I need to show them. Good sides only, the young G's, they never around me doing nothing. I've even got players like my boy Rico, the youngest in charge.
My guy.
He was 17 when he first come, but he comes to every session with his pups. Big yard, man. The first time his dad came, he didn't know what the man them was on. He thought, yo, we might be some loose shoots running around. Come to a few sessions, bro. His dad comes when my man can't come. Do you get it? If Rico can't come training, his dad's there. His dad's there with the man, like, part of the furniture. Like, he trust us. Like, yo, if Rico says, yo, I'm with Shay and that, his dad knows, boom, boom, boom. One time. But that's how the energy needs to be, man. Trying to really show the youth them, yo, it's cool to be playing football, doing your thing, living life, staying at home. If you're a gamer, be a gamer. Everything's cool now, but the bad man thing's played out.
Yo, man want to say, but you can be an outside you and be cool, bro.
Come on, bro.
Like, anyone that watches this that knows me will just tell you where I am. I'm outside every day. I'm a cool you. I ain't got no problems with nobody. In my ends, I'm cool. I ain't got no. You understand? You can be outside and not be number one. You get? You can just be you can be yourself. There's nothing wrong with being yourself every day. You understand? When you wake up, you're just you. You bathe, you touch the road, do what you want to do. So far as positive and good stuff, no one can't ever tell you anything. Do you get it?
That's all we've asked. That's what it's like. That's what it's like in what I built in terms of, I don't care what walks of life you've been in, you're accepted here.
100%.
As long as you respect your brothers.
That's it.
And you keep it 100. That's all I ask. You know what I mean? If you want, like, don't ever, like, they can phone anyone. There's me. There's Global. There's Hibbo. Like, the older lot know we have to represent.
100.
Do you know what I mean? And even sometimes he might have to give me a call and say, look, I think you should go about this way, because I'm very, how I was coached, I was very shouty, and you know, my uncle was like that. But for me, that's what I'm like with them. You know what I mean? I've got that Jamaican background where you get me. When you're not listening, you're just hearing noise. You get me?
But you need levels though. You need a chalk and cheese.
Yeah,
like,
and then I've got Globe. He's calm, and then you just talk to them, and then when they're like, oh, when you're just on my back, and I've had this at home, and then I'll come in and I'll call them, apologize, and say, you know what, we're in it together. You know what I mean?
And do you know how far that goes? Like, that goes a long way. Like, that goes a hell of a long way.
To be honest, I'm still learning myself, man.
And this is just it. This is just it. Like, we're all in this every day.
But bro, a lot of man want to hear that, fam. A lot of man want to hear, yo, I'm here, bro. Do you get it? Like, bro, I've got you as well, fam. Like, don't watch nothing, innit? If that's what we got to do, we got to do that then, innit? You understand? If you feel embarrassed, we're just going to feel embarrassed together, innit, bro, innit? Do you get it? Forget it, innit? We'll move.
And that's why for me, like I said, LA means so much, because it is a family thing. And like in this time, I just feel like people paint pictures a lot, so sometimes it's hard to get the full realness of what's actually going on.
100.
But at LA, like I said, it's the real though. I can say it or not say it. It doesn't change anything. It is what it is.
Winja, you leave Kenilworth with the thoughts of what building Lambeth, and what's that you already had. So how, for someone to build something so impeccable, you must have been thinking about it, fam. They must have. Yeah.
So what I done at, to be honest, what I done at Lambeth is what I wanted at Kenilworth, because Kenilworth was obviously big up Kenilworth as well, because there was a part of my life growing up as well. Do you know what I mean? And,
Man, see you in the tunnel with Big G. Man, see that. Man, see that. Don't
yeah, so
worry.
that's what I'm saying. Even Big G, like he was at Kenilworth, so we like they got like we grew.
Yeah,
Basically,
yeah,
we grew.
yeah,
Me, him, KB, couple other young lot. But Kenilworth stands for Kenneton and Stockwell, so it's basically the same thing. But yeah, it was just for me, like that year, when I lost in the cup final, I lost Cadet. He knows about that. My little cousin got shot with a shotgun over nonsense, over postcode. And I feel like that was it for me. Like I just felt like I was losing. I lost the final. I lost Cadet, someone that was very close to me, IP Cadet. And almost like I lost my cousin because I'm telling him, don't retaliate, don't do this, don't do that. You ended up going to jail, you know what I mean? But I feel like, yeah, it was, you know what it is, we don't fold. We've been through a lot. Our parents have been through a lot. So I sat there and I spoke to like my bros and that. And Lambeth has been going for a big up Roger and Gary. I must say this every time because you know what it is. It's hard for someone to come in. So Lambeth has been going. This is a new Lambeth, but Lambeth has been going for years. And if you don't, like Roger, that's obviously you don't know K1, talented footballer man. That's his dad, and he just kind of gave me the reins. And I just said, you know what, I'm gonna build something here because we used to play ball in. I was doing a thing where we was playing ball in Mitesfield. You don't know what that is, called Baghdad back in the days. So we was playing in there, and then when I was starting out playing in there was people bringing baseball bats, knives, all different types of things, hiding in the bushes. Like we're playing keep ball, we're trying to get fit so we could see if we get another trial. Some people want to trial, some people wanted to make sure they're ticking over for Saturday. You know what I mean? And it's like, even for me, like they didn't realise how much they're doing for my mental. Because I'm like, you know what? I'm with people that really want it. I'm with people that are training every day. And I thought, you know what? We're going to give it our best shot to make it into the professional world. Like, even if I had a trial, the hood would be like, oh, you know what? Winja's on a trial. You know what I mean? Even when I went into that, I used to see people with comb over telling me, pass the damn ball. And I was thinking, what? I'll punch you in your face. You know what I mean? Comb over. It's a new environment for me. So when I've got trials and I'm looking at it like, and I'm just looking at it like, I've got these guys talking to me. They don't even know what I've been through. You know what I mean? And then like managers. And then I understood the business very quick because I've done business. Let's be honest. And then for me, I was telling them, look, I know what it's like now. I love football. I live football. I don't live nothing else. I'm bunking trains to get here. I'll tell everyone that straight. I was bunking trains to get there. And I was saying, you lot don't understand. When I go back, I've got to save a lot of people. People are hoping I make something out of this. So they believe the dream is real. You know what I mean? And it was like, I might even be out of a job, so I can't offer you anything. That's how real it was. And I was like, I could go back and you might just see me in the papers. That's how real it is. Got a big bag on my back. People are saying, well, I remember this guy from the hood. I remember this guy. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things I had to drop. And that's what I'm going to tell these young people now. Don't feel a way to drop that ego. Because for me, rolling with a big bag with football stuff in it, with boots in it, people are looking at me and they're not understanding. I had people saying, oh, this guy's washed. Let's be real. I had people, they'll never say it to my face because they know how I am. But I heard it. They're like, this guy's washed. And it was hurting me. It's hurting my ego. It's hurting my pride. I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to do this.
Don't let that derail you.
Yeah, man. But I said, I had to think, like, when you see your mum smile, even now, like I didn't used to celebrate the small wins. Mm-hmm. I celebrate them.
Tiny ones.
Please,
I swear to you.
Every time. Every time.
Bro, none of us do, fam. None of us used to do that, fam.
Yeah.
No one where we come from. We don't celebrate nothing small, fam.
Yeah.
Cause it's just like, it's nothing. Yeah, it happened.
Nice, something.
Bro, when those people out there, bro, they celebrate little
even the other day,
milestones
when I won the London,
it's lit.
when I won the London Cup, people was like, why is he celebrating like it's the Champions League? But I said, that's Champions.
That is our Champions League. That is our Champions League.
That's our Champions League.
You never said that you're a fool, man. Find something and jump off that.
I played in that for years. I played in that for years for Kenilworth when these Northlock was busting us up, popping us, like, playing triangles. You know what I mean? And I was like, raw. Like, so for me to build a young squad, and they're carrying my dream, and then some of them are getting signed now. You know,
come on, we see that. We see him. He's in Sweden flexing. We see him.
I'm saying,
you know what I'm saying, bro. Like, and that's what I see it as. And the thing is, I want everyone to be at their best. I want Takers to bring me their best. I want SC Dons to bring me their best. I want Beatties to bring me. I want them to bring their best. I want to see how good I am because I'm learning. Do you know what I mean? I lost to teams that I didn't think I'd lose to. I went up St. Joe's after beating SC Dons 3-0. Hibbo wasn't there, sir, bro. I needed the bro. But
these man brought out the speaker.
Well,
and
the
they had
speakers
Jimbo
celebrating
already, like they won the
because we
game
knew-
and the thing popped out.
Because some of my players, they're young. You know what I mean? They're thinking, well, we beat Dons.
And that's it.
We should go on and win the cup. You know what I mean? We proved something in the area, and we got spanked by people that loved the game, loved the football up there. Didn't know nothing about Luton, nothing about their culture, nothing how they sit. They gave us a 3-0 spanking, bro. I was so mad. When I got back on that coach, I didn't want to talk to no one. I was so bad.
That was a quiet journey.
But it showed me. I learned.
Yeah.
I have to be humble. I have to learn. How can I be better? What can I do better? How can I keep these boys motivated? You don't know. You know. You get what I'm saying? So, when I look at a lot of things, man, they got to understand this is life, man. You know what you're talking about at the start? Was football to me. I'm glad that we see the same thing. This is life. It's so mad for all of us. Whether you play, whether you manage, whether you're bringing the water bottles, like, people might laugh, but I'm telling you, you're so appreciated in this game.
Man, know me. I don't even play football.
Like,
bro.
without one person, everything changed. One person can
That's
go.
how you build
everything
family.
changes.
Yeah.
Family.
Even with takers, even from the players to the coach and staff to the people in the background that no one even sees.
Do you know what I mean?
Everybody's part is so crucial, and if they ain't a part of it, then it's mad. But I'm not gonna dance over the 3-0 Dons.
Yeah, can't really.
We're talking-
We can't.
We're not gonna dance over the thing right now. YouTube football, Sunday League football, right now on paper, Lambeth's the best team because they won the London Cup. They beat SC Dons, who was talking the most, and it was 3-0. It was a pass the pad, innit? Like, man can say,
it was a whitewash.
man can say whoever was missing. It's when you
were
represent
chatting to
your
a person
badge.
in the room, man. Bro, shut up and just pass the pad, bro.
It was a pass the
Yeah,
pad.
Man, them wanna
Nah,
play,
that's what
man.
it is, bro.
Yeah, man, shut up.
And
Man. Hurry up, man. Who's next?
You know what it is? Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I don't care what team it is. It goes up to them. It goes up to you lot. Like, if you cross that white line, that's your team. Do you get what I'm saying? Everyone was talking up until that game. Let's be honest, it was the biggest game at the time. Everyone wanted to know, even if it was the biggest game at the time.
100%.
For me, I don't forget what they done. You know what I mean? And when I needed to lose to win. Do you get that?
You had a vendetta since the final.
I needed to. Yeah,
You
I
was
needed-
holding that
no,
one.
That's the
but
right word.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
you had a vendetta since the final.
I needed to lose to win. You know what I mean? Like they won that, but suppose I won that cup, I could have been like spoke about, like, let's say Kenmore, let's build, and you know what I mean. I needed that.
You needed the
And
loss
now it's
to
opened up all the doors. You know what I mean? It's opened up doors for everyone. I feel like now, well, who's the best? People are saying we're the best, but I don't sit on that. I want everyone to bring their best.
There's teams like us that's coming,
That's
bro.
what
We're
I mean.
not
Pre-season, I want to see you lot. Cups, I want to see you lot.
Nah, facts.
I don't sleep on no one. My players is different. They don't take it serious, and sometimes this is their release of their fun. You know what I mean? But I take it serious. The older lot take it serious. You lot take it serious. You lot want heads. I know that.
Yeah,
Come
man.
on, man. We respect you, man. Thing, and this is what's beautiful. Yeah, you see, with us, you know, like I said, the part of London that we're from, we're used to, you know, having that thing on our back where it's like, yeah, you lot are the loudest, you lot are the whatever. So man, are kind of gonna be on you in that respect. So that sort of energy in the footballing setting, it's like that's nothing new to us. We welcome it, we revel in it. But at the same time, it's like, man, want everybody to know that don't ever get it twisted, because it's respect always first and
of course,
foremost.
100%,
All the man them
100%.
that step out, you know, it's
100%.
a love frequency thing. Do you get me? But at the same time, we are who we are.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, right, this
As
is
I
our
say,
chance
boy,
to show.
You lot will be pagans for 90 minutes, cuz that's it.
100%.
That's the long and short of it. 90 minutes, you lot are ops. I'll be honest with you.
The biggest one.
Yeah.
After that,
Food party, barbecue, everything going on.
People got to understand. Like, I'm a proper, like, I'm a Sunday footballer. Like, I don't care. I'll say it proud. Like, I'm professional anyway. So even without them giving me, I've always been professional. I want to turn up on time. I want to make sure that I'm warming up properly. That's why I went into doing this management thing. Do you get what I mean? Because I'm professional. They can't tell me anything. No professional can't tell me. But I play with pros as well. Play with the highest of them. You lot know that as well. So for me, No, but that's what I'm saying, bro. It's a mentality thing, and it's a big thing we're building. I want you lot to know that I want the best for all of us.
No,
But at the
vice
same
versa,
time, I
bro.
want you lot to bring your
See,
best.
even saying that, like, I've been speaking to Winch for a while. We've never even spoke about Takers and Lambeth. We're just always talking just life, what's going on. But I want to know, how does Lambeth get money from Zaha, bro? What's going on? How's Zaha? Do you get me? The man has got. I know Zaha's from your side as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So that's big though, bro. 'Cause
Yeah,
at least he's showing back, bro. I don't really see a lot of players giving back to.
See, even another person. He's a real person. Like I'm
Who's
telling
Zaha?
you, yeah, man. He's a
Okay.
real guy.
I see him in the clubs and that he's clubbed at the same. Like he moves loose, like
Say
he's not a
libertine.
footballer sometimes. I'm in the queue with him and that. Like yo,
Nah, he's a real.
why am I moving like he's under the man? Them, I'm saying.
No, I promise you, like, and I'll be real, like, coming from where we grew up, his brother was proper about this life as well, and I'll be honest, like, he even approached me one time, but I took it disrespectful. He asked me where am I from, and that, like, when I've got bags in my hand, like, you get me, and then, but cutting that off, like, respect to him, man. Like
that's big respect,
he's
bro.
about he's a community man.
Nah,
like
that was big when
he-
I seen.
yeah,
that,
he's serious. Like he's serious.
And
Like
what,
about
did
the
you lot
community.
reach out to him or he reached back or?
Bro, do you know what? Like
just
it
mutual.
was a thing where for me, when I got back into the game, I wanted to make sure I'm one of the sickest strikers in the end. So my boy made it out. Daniel Johnson, he plays for Preston, and obviously like Hibbs, I used to see him obviously Chelsea doing the skills school. You know that stuff that used to come on Saturday. So for me, that was big even to be honest. I'm not saying
facts.
but he's played in the vest. He's moving like he's French. It's summer, like you know when it's the off season. I'll be real with you. These are the times where I'm outside the cage. This is what people don't know. Like it's an ego thing in football. But it's are you levels? You get what I'm saying? Are you levels? So I used to watch them lot like Zach Answer when he was top notch and Daniel, like these are younger man and they don't understand, like when they see me they're like, he's a road man, you know. He's a road man, like man knows about which, but when they see me touchable, that's like, oh, you can play ball. It's like, come on. And then for me it was Charles Banya and Dredd that kind of took my game to the next level, because they was basically borderline of being on the bench, Premier League, Aston Villa. Like if I showed it, like Banya should never be out of the game, but he's so humble. He don't talk. You don't really see. He just does his job. You know what I mean? These guys were playing with Berbatov, Rodiega.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These are big. Scott
yeah.
Parker, the
Real
manager
ballers,
now.
yeah,
like,
proper
these are
ballers.
big ballers. You know what I'm saying? And I used to always talk to him. He's younger than me. I used to always say, how can I be better? How am I going to get there? And he used to be like, it's what you do off the ball. It's how you receive it on the back foot. You know what I mean? These little things. So I started, bro, I was going out there with, like, bro, I'll tell you, like, I bought some Argos, leg weights.
Yeah.
Start thinking of Cristiano Ronaldo, putting out
Putting
ladders,
leg weights on,
step, touch, shoot, touch this, watching games, watching YouTube, watching this. Like, I took this serious. That's what people don't know. Like, I took this serious. This was my life. I was like, I need this back. Like, Daniel Johnson showed me, like, this is what you can do. Like, this, he took me away from the ends, showed me, like, getting in the back of, like, big parties. Like, I stopped going parties because my thing was shubs. You get me? Man's going shubs and man are kicking off the door or like now he's showing me, like, look, come here. Different vibe. I'm looking around like, raw. Footballers, like people I'm seeing on my TV, they're showing me love. Like, yeah, man, cool. Like, giving me a bottle and that and that. And I'm not really gassed on that though, but it's just the experience. And I said, you know what? For me, I'm a road guy. So I'm seeing it like, you know what? I can actually do something here. I can, like, this is a whole different environment. I like this environment. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not seen as this guy that runs the block or they're fearing me. Like, it's just love. And then from there, I just took my football serious, man. And then I started just showing these man, I'm as good as them. I had like a personal vendetta. So I used to see like Wolf and that do mad skills, and I was like, I'm gonna learn that. That's, you get what I'm saying? I'm not even a winger, but I was like, I'm gonna learn how to be a winger. And then like Hibbs and that, like they're doing zinging it and that, like, you know what I mean? Like just zinging it left foot, right foot. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna learn how to ping. I'm gonna learn how to. Do you get what I'm saying? Lifting the ball like a keeper, spraying it across the floor. You don't know, like, you get what I'm saying? That's an art, bro. This thing's an art. So I'm saying, right, I want to be the best. So even if I leave the game's gonna remember me for something. You know what I mean? Like at first, there was a point where I never got certain contracts, and I knew I was that good now. Do you know what I mean? obviously the professional fitness is always going to be different from me that's just doing roll running. But I said, let me give myself the best possible chance, you know what I mean? At first I'd dishearten, but then I realised it's a business, you know what I mean? They're seeing it as, I can get a kid. These are the times where they want to be getting young kids to sell them on. And so, do you know what I mean? I just took it on, you know what? I love football now anyway, so I'm just going to live it. So yeah, from there I've built relationships, man. And then Wolf has always been a real guy. He's just always, for me, he's another one I've watched just go higher and higher and higher and higher. And he's had his setbacks. And I know like even the Man United thing annoyed him, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? In life, you just keep going, bro.
Yeah, don't worry, the streets are with you on that one. We don't like David Moyes forever.
But yeah, from there, it was just like mutuals. Big up Jules Comedy, he was a part of Lambeth as well. And we're all together. And then it was just a thing of something come on the table. And through me doing my football, something else connected. So my thing landed on a desk with the Carlin sponsor.
Yeah.
And then the person it landed to, obviously I can't say his name, but he knew me very well. So he said it back to me like, this is you. So he's like, I'm just going to change a few things for you. And then it'll come through. And then we got like a 10K, 12K grant. And it went a bit higher because they just loved us. They just loved us. They just knew it was authentic and, you know what I mean? And then, bro, I'll be honest, I'll tell you, look, I didn't take a penny for myself on my dad's grave. I didn't take 1 penny. I felt like this is for the community.
Yeah.
I want to show them hard work, dedication, and applying yourself correctly. This is what you get out of it. So I wanted them to feel like, you might feel I'm not professional, I'm not where I want to be. I put numbers and names on their back. Do you get what I'm saying? And I said, walk with that with pride. This is you lot's badge, you get what I'm saying?
Give them something to care about. Give them something to love.
Yeah, man.
A lot of the kids don't have anything to love.
And you know what? I can live happy knowing I didn't take a penny from them. You get what I'm saying?
That's beautiful, man.
You know what I mean? And they'll be honest, there's days where, you know what I mean, you need an extra penny. I'll be real, but no, man. I gave it all to them, man. No, thank you.
I'm not even, do you know what?
Yeah.
All right, let me take that back because it's not kids that or it's not always kids that need something to love. As people, as men, we need something to love.
100%.
And do you know what? This conversation, I've had goosebumps, I'd say, for 99% of the time we've been having this conversation because real recognise real. And as men, I don't think we talk enough. We don't talk enough. And not just men, because this is not the bougie side of, oh, let's talk. No, this is you know where we come from. You know what we're on.
Don't talk, B.
We don't talk.
The man them don't talk to each other,
I would say
no cap.
Listen, the amount of people, grown men to this day, that walk around and it's taken for me to get educated on it to recognise it. The amount of guys that I know that walk around with PTSD. Do you think, and this isn't to everyone in the room, this is to everyone that's watching, be realistic. Do you think it's possible for people like us to grow up in the surroundings that we grow up in and see the things that we see, watching your best friends, your cousins, your brothers, your sisters get murdered, get raped, get brutalised by police, brutalised by each other sometimes? Do you think it's possible to go through those things and grow up normal and have a normal thought process?
There's no chance.
It's not possible.
You see the level of dysfunctionality. The level of dysfunctionality that we've all experienced. I'll be real with you. It's only in recent times that I've even deeped that within itself.
Yeah.
I'm saying, coming from an environment where every single day when you step out, logistically you're thinking to yourself, right,
am I making it yard?
I'm actually going to have to plan my movements here because there's some shit popping off.
Can't go
that
there.
if I get caught up
Can't
in
take
it,
that bus.
literally it could be the last time I get caught up in anything. And yeah, Top Boy is cool and flipping, you know, this and that on Netflix and whatever. But the reality of it is like, yo, this is life or death more time. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like the thing that makes me happy is I feel like a new level of consciousness is hitting the ends. And I feel like there's a lot more of the brothers, a lot more of the man and a lot more of the sisters that are on that vibe where it's like, you know what, yeah, we've been through a madness. So it is time to come together because this doing a mad thing, it ain't getting no one nowhere. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, again, man, I just want to big up everybody that's involved in doing all this positive stuff. Seriously,
you know, you come with an energy and a vibe and it's a frequency that I can tap into because I just feel it when you speak. I just
Yeah,
feel
man,
it,
I've been with you guys
and it's
before.
just like
In another life, we've been together.
it's just mad. Like you're just talking so much facts there. Winj, I just want to ask you, and I got one for you as well. I got one for you. But Winj, I want to know, and I'm gonna apologize in advance if it gets you into a state. If you want to come at me, here's what it is.
No,
but I want to know before Lambeth, before the new you or the modified you. What's your granddad saying to you before then?
My granddad's a bit just cussing me and that, man. He used to cuss me a lot, but I think it was tough love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think he's the head of the family. He come here, racism, you know, doing like painting. Like he had one of them jobs and then not getting the job. So you know what? Like he was the family man, the head of the house. So you know what I mean? Like he could drop tea, but if you drop tea, he's gonna cuss me.
Of course.
He's gonna cuss everyone. But then I started getting to a point where I felt like I needed to be man of the house. So he gave me that respect. Do you know what I mean?
Do you feel like you gave him that respect while you're still here?
Yeah. I think what people need to understand is what I went through. Like when he was dying, he asked my mum, can he come home more than anything? Just to see me again. They wouldn't let me in the hospital. I think a lot of things are going on that we could definitely speak about in a private section. You know what I mean? But this COVID thing, I don't really believe in it like that. I'll be honest, I'll tell you that straight. They was killing my family, bro. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
They're not giving him the right support. My granddad is in the garden. He's painting things. He's doing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know the big man there.
And I don't mean to put death on anyone, but
Nah,
I
of
could
course,
more
of course,
understand if it was someone else in my family, like my grandma.
course,
She got
100%,
dementia.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Some
He
kind
was
of
a
underlying
healthy
issue.
man.
Yeah.
So for this to happen, it's like, whoa. And then he was like, I want to be, if I'm going to die, I want to be home. And I gave him that. I let him die in my room. I let him die in front of my trophies, in front of my medals. And do you get what I'm saying? And it affected me. But this time it was different. When my dad died, I was finished. I would tell you that I was lost. I wouldn't wish that on my enemy, how I was. No one couldn't tell me anything.
Were you close?
Yeah, my dad, because I was the youngest son. Used to be like, my son's gonna be a baller. That's what he used to call him. My son's a baller. My dad was a singer, Junior Delgado. You can put him in Google. And he died, and I'll be honest, when I knew before I got there, but I didn't want to believe it. And then from when I got back from Jamaica, I turned into an animal. I didn't forgive life. I didn't forgive God, life, anything. I felt like I don't have no guidance. He took something away from me, and because I was his golden boy, I feel like the world done this on purpose to me. That's how I felt. And then I was around my cousin. He was obviously, you don't know about Gypset back then.
Yeah.
Reds and Crept and
Of course.
and I was just around them, and it wasn't around them like there was just badness. There was good kids, but I felt like I couldn't get no guidance from anyone else. And he just wanted me to be, what I realised from my cousin, he wanted me to be better than him. So he would say that don't let no man put their hands on you, put your hands on them first. Wrong information, but it was right at the time for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He wanted me to be a better version of him. Don't make no girl take you for no idiot. Do you get what I'm saying? So I just wanted to make sure. But what he was making me was an animal, bro. Like I was just an animal on the roads. You know what I'm saying?
I think that it sounds to me, and I can only say what it sounds like. It sounds like misinterpretation, and that's a common thing amongst us and where we come from, because we don't talk, and emotions aren't always explored. And I think the way that we grow up, typically Caribbean backgrounds, we're not the most emotionally literate people. There's only a few emotions that we identify: love, anger.
True.
They're the two most regularly identifiable emotions that we feel. We don't really understand euphoria. We don't understand all of these other things, and in the process, how we get there and how do we come back from there. And I can understand how that can create what you feel like you might have become. But what I want to say to you is, you are what you've always been. Right now, in this moment, you are exactly what you've always been your whole life. you've just had obstacles.
Definitely.
You've had challenges, and you've had things that you've needed to do, things that you've needed to go through, so you can become what you are right now, which is an inspiration. Like I say, I'm getting but it's an inspiration. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, this is touching, man. It's
In
real,
this, bruv, listen, because it's real.
real,
It's
man. Yeah.
I'm not reading off of a card.
Yeah.
I'm talking to a man.
Yeah.
I'm talking man to a man. I'm a father, and I look at my kids and I say, how can I make sure that they don't misinterpret what I'm showing them? Because I don't like to tell my kids too much. I like to show them. Do as I do, not as I say. Your dad, your granddad, two massively influential people in your life, emotionally and in your energy. They're looking at you now. What do you think they feel? Because I know what I feel. You're not even my family, but I know what I feel talking to you.
You just told me that story. If I tell you what they think, you're gonna get gassed. I don't want to tell you.
Yeah, but at
What
the
they
same
feel.
time, I'm an honest person. I think with certain things, I'm still learning, and I feel like there's.
Are they proud?
I feel like they're definitely proud.
100%.
But
They
I
should
feel,
be
They have to
so
be, bro.
proud.
I feel like they're still saying to me how they are. They're prideful men. They're strong men.
yeah,
You know what
So
I
you
mean?
do
They've
better.
left
That's
that-
how
They'll
it
still
goes,
tell
though.
you do better.
That's how
Bro,
it
they'll
goes.
tell you
bro.
do better.
Mother's life. That's what I
They'll
feel.
tell you
Yeah.
still not enough. That's my
what your
grandma.
that's
That's
exactly
I
what
already
your
know.
granddad's gonna tell you because
That's
it's
it.
not because they, bro. I see that older generation, bro. I see them like those people are psychic, bro. Like because not everyone's granny told them those things or granddad told them those things, bro. Do you get it? When those people are telling us those things, because I'm not asking you, little man. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
for
how
real.
they are.
Your thing
For
up,
real.
innit? You understand?
That's what I
You're
feel.
gonna be somebody.
Yeah.
And I'll be into you if I have to. You understand?
course.
That's how
That's
it's
it.
going,
That's
innit?
it.
You
That's
understand?
it, man.
But I'm half Nigerian, half Jamaican, and my life's been hell.
Bro, man. If you
Right
had
now.
it worse than me, bro.
My mom shipped me to Nigeria for 3 years, bro. I'm telling you, it's been a crazy time.
You know that threat to send you to Africa's been there the whole life.
Threat,
innit?
it wasn't no threat. I
It
was
was
there
real.
playing by yourself. Go there, live. You understand? School and that. You get it? But this guy's laughing like he doesn't know.
I know, I remember.
You get me?
Remember Jay was good.
But bro, it's like those things when I'm gone and I'm living with my grand in Nigeria, she's showing me things, bro. And it's like, yo, like now as a man, I'm like, blood, there is nobody. I refuse to believe there's anyone on this planet that can style me about anything. Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, blood, shut up. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go and educate myself on this thing, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna tell you everything about what you need to know.
That's what
You
I
understand?
understand.
So-
Challenges there.
You understand? You get me? So I feel like them people just know, like, yo, like, bloody, you have to be someone, innit? You understand?
It's a
Maybe
legacy thing. That's
do you
what we're here
understand?
for. We're
Do
given.
you
it's our
understand,
legacies,
fam? As you
man.
said, your father was a singer, fam. He's helped
Big
bare people's lives, bro. You understand? Just through his music
And
alone.
that's what I used to not get when I was younger. I used to be angry because he was a giver.
Yeah,
See it
yeah,
there,
yeah.
see it
And
there.
I used to feel like, now I'm older, I more understand. But he always saw it as, you lot are blessed. You don't need nothing from me, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Before I was upset and he's always putting people's children into a private school, and these are things I've never spoke about with anyone. So speaking with you today, I used to be angry. I used to think, what? As I've grown up, but I understand. He sees it as they needed it more than me because I'm gonna build my
Yeah, because
legacy.
he knows, because he knows what he's built,
Yeah.
bro. That's what it is.
Do you know what your dad's legacy is? Your father's legacy, and this is, I don't need to know him to tell you this. His legacy is you and what you've built. Like, that's his
100%.
legacy. That's a beautiful, beautiful
You've
thing.
saved lives, bro. You
Beautiful
know this
thing.
in yourself,
Nah,
bro.
I know this. One thing I owe these young players, I said I'm gonna try to give them the most opportunities. I can't say they're gonna get signed or this is gonna happen, but if as long as I can give them opportunity and something to believe in, it keeps our thing going.
Them man a takers. Them man a takers. Ooh, you can come